Welcome back to the Real Women of Coaching. My name is Dr. Amy Giddings, the host of the show. While at the Huddle Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, we had the opportunity to speak with Coach Katie Card. Katie is an assistant coach of water polo. She was originally a swimmer, turned water polo player, turned coach. Let's see how it all happened.
In becoming a coach, you know, one of the reasons that I really did was because I had great coaches around me. My dad is probably my biggest role model. He's a coach. He coached youth football. Both my brothers, 20 years, through both. And then he also coached freshman football at the high school level and still does. And having him and having my high school coaches and my club coaches and then my college coaches really made me want to coach, made me want to, give back to the sport, but to have that same effect on my student athletes. And so they really influenced me in becoming a coach and really getting me to the level that I am now. The way I started in youth sports was I kind of started in everything. I was really a swimmer when I was young, and also played basketball and softball. And when I got to high school, I had to choose between swimming and softball, so I chose swimming. And I also ran cross country. And water polo was just kind of getting big. And a couple people suggested I go out for it because, I had an arm and I was also a swimmer. So I decided to go out my sophomore year. And my sophomore, junior, and senior year, I played water polo. I swam every year still, but I got into water polo. And so kind of from there, that was the best opportunity for college, to get into the best university. So, I used, water polo to get in, and I went to Cal, Berkeley, and played all 4 years there, and was a captain my junior and senior year. And that I also started coaching in the summers. That was really when I got into coaching. I started my club, at home, really. Coaching my club team, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it. And so I kind of decided in college that I'd like to teach and coach at the high school level. 1 year in college, I coached JV at a local high school, and I loved it. So when I finished, I coached 1 year varsity at a local high school, Miramani. And again, I thought that that's what I wanted to do. I had the opportunity when I finished college to play abroad, so I went and played in Australia because they have like a professional league. So I went over there and I played for 6 months, and when I came back, I was coaching club, was planning on getting my teaching credential, and coaching and teaching at the high school level. And I got a call one day from a coach who had recruited me, Matt Anderson, who was at the University of Michigan, and he basically said, "My assistant's leaving, what do you think about moving to Ann Arbor?" So, and really I just was very fortunate to have that opportunity, and to have known Matt and kept in touch with him. And so I moved out to Ann Arbor and I started coaching at Michigan, and I've been there 5 years now. So that's really where, my kind of path has come and gone. Because I had mostly male coaches, that inspired me to, want to be a very successful female coach, because we just don't, I hadn't had role models like that, and I wanted my student athletes, to have me as a role model in that sense, and to be able to have a strong female that was a coach in their lives. I mean, not everyone's going to, choose coaching as a profession, but staying in the sport and then giving back. And yes, I mean, absolutely, I want some of them to be inspired to be coaches, because I think that the impact you have on young, kids up to young adults is huge. And I absolutely would love for, some of them to go on and coach.
Once again, we thank you for joining us for this episode of The Real Women of Coaching, part of the Women's Coaching Network. In our second episode with Katie Card, she'll discuss the importance of developing team leaders.